So if you were watching black YouTubers back in 2016 all the way up to like 2020, one of the first names that probably comes to your mind is SoLLUMINATI. And over the years, SoLLUMINATI managed to build a fan base of over 2 million people while also becoming one of the most influential black YouTubers in recent history. But some people may say that SoLLUMINATI's career was cut very short and he never got to reach his full potential as a YouTuber, because in the midst of all of this popularity that he was receiving, SoLLUMINATI would start to become more and more inconsistent on his main YouTube channel, and this is because SoLLUMINATI started to become very spiritual, and this will lead to him slowly drifting away from the internet completely. But all of this will start with one specific person who we're going to be mentioning a lot in this video. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Trap House with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now with all of that being said, let's get into how one person ruined SoLLUMINATI's career. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with who SoLLUMINATI is, he started his YouTube career about 9 years ago back in April of 2015. And he would start gaining a lot of popularity on YouTube by playing a game called NBA 2K. And he would play this game for years on his channel, becoming one of the biggest 2K YouTubers of all time. But if you've watched any of my videos before where I mentioned NBA 2K, more often than not, the creators who blow up from playing this game tend to quickly switch to a different form of content, because over the year 2K has just become this dying game that no one really watches much anymore. So when people get a little bit of popularity from playing it, they instantly switch over to something else. And this is eventually what SoLLUMINATI would end up doing, because after about 2 to 3 years of playing 2K on his channel, he would officially switch over to doing more reaction style content, and this is where his career would begin to reach new heights. And he would react to a variety of content on YouTube, such as videos that were just going viral at the time, or even just regular basketball 1v1s. And SoLLUMINATI was always one of those YouTubers who was known for keeping it real and never sugarcoating anything. And this would lead to him getting into a bunch of beefs on YouTube over the span of his career. He's beefed with a lot of popular black YouTubers over the years, such as Flight Reacts, who he's more so friends with now, to YouTubers like Cash Nasty, and his most infamous beef of all time, DDG. And his beef with DDG is going to become a little bit more important to note later on in the video. And during the time when So was doing these reactions and story times and beefing with all of these different creators, he was really in the prime of his career and became one of the most influential black YouTubers that there is, having multiple catchy phrases that people still use to this day.
Who would you say are the 3 most influential content creators?
I'll say in my lane, I'll say SoLLUMINATI. So.
And SoLLUMINATI, why him?
A lot of like his like terminology and lingo is still used to today. Like that's tough. Everybody said it, but he was the one who like made it like, I feel like he just really slept on as far as like the internet being how it is and why it is today.
But everything would begin to change for SoLLUMINATI and his career in the year of 2018. On June 16, 2018, SoLLUMINATI would post a video titled SoLLUMINATI First Girl Collab, and this single video would end up changing his life forever. And in this video, he would actually be reacting to his very first ever girl collab that wasn't even posted on his channel. He would do a video with a girl named OMG Yo Ash, and the two would do a video titled Put Yourself in Any Dimension. Now, I can't find this original video anywhere on YouTube because it was on Ash's channel, and I think she deleted like her original channel, or the channel got deleted or something like that. But anyways, in this video, her and SoLLUMINATI would be talking about just a bunch of spiritual things, a world that was kind of unfamiliar with So. And while reacting to this video, So would express his interest for Ash because of how different she was than any other girl he met at the time.
When I first came across this girl, Chana, she was different than all of you, the rest of you bitches. She different than every last one of y'all. On top of that, she got her own swag. I love her ink. She got her own tattoos, her own ideas, her own bright mindset. Y'all know how like I got my own image. Like, this is who I am. I like she got so much potential. Like, I see the potential in her.
And after expressing how much he liked her and how different she was throughout this entire 19-minute video, the two would end up beginning to do a lot of content featuring each other. And after just a few weeks of talking and doing content together, Ash would admit that she began to really take a liking into SoLLUMINATI. And at first it was a little hard to get So to budge into liking her back, but eventually just a short time after, he began really liking her too, and the two would eventually start dating. And this would even lead to Ash getting SoLLUMINATI's name tattooed on her entire arm within the first month of even knowing him.
Shit, it hurts still. I know that's you just fun.
I swear to God!
He says good, yeah.
See you, swear to God! And this is really when So should have realized that she was going to ruin his life. Because for one, they met, started talking, ended up dating, and then she got the tattoo of his name all within the first month of knowing him. And to top it all off, she didn't even get his real name, which is Javante, tattooed on her arm. She ended up getting his online name or his alias tattooed, which was SoLLUMINATI. And mind you, this was all within the very first month that they met. The original video that they did together was uploaded back on like June 16, 2018, and she would end up getting this tattoo on July 9, 2018. So we're talking about like a 2 to 3 week time span here. And after the two would officially start dating, this would lead to them doing what any other couple did during this time on YouTube, which is posting a bunch of fake pranks and things like that onto the channel. And that was really a big content switch up for SoLLUMINATI, because he's never done anything like that beforehand, probably because he didn't have an actual girlfriend to do that type of content with. But when he finally started dating Ash, that's when he began spamming that form of content. And it ended up working out very well for his channel in the beginning, because all of these videos and pranks that he was doing with Ash ended up going extremely viral. But in the end, Ash would end up being the demise of his channel. After he did that first original video with Ash, which was putting yourself in any dimension, because of her, he began getting deeper and deeper into spirituality. And this would lead to him creating his own spiritual channel named Spiritual Self. And this will mark the beginning of the end of SoLLUMINATI as we knew him. So as we mentioned earlier in the video, he will post his first video with Ash on June 16, 2018, and just a little bit over 2 months later, on August 28, 2018, he will post his very first video on his Spiritual Soul channel, and this was a simple video titled Quitting Weed Day 1 and Day 2. And So would leave a comment on this video stating that he felt like he was losing himself and he had no one else to vent to, and he just wasn't the person that he wanted to be. He wanted to start giving up all the bad habits he had in his life in order to become a better role model for the people that watched him, as well as motivating others to do the same. And after making this channel back in August of 2018, just a few months would pass before him and Ash broke up, and they did have a bad breakup. They each made videos talking very poorly about one another, and this even would lead to Ash linking up with DDG, a person who SoLLUMINATI has had a very long beef history with. And DDG would even end up throwing a subliminal diss about SoLLUMINATI in one of his most popular songs, Moonwalking in Calabasas. And if you know SoLLUMINATI, you know he's going to respond to almost everything that involves him. He did end up responding to this whole Ash and DDG situation.
She said your dick was so, and she had told me you broke. Oh, that's tough.
Hey, come on. That's how you want. What? Oh, you swinging. He throwing them. I've been gone for a minute. Okay.
But even though he broke up with Ash during the early days of his spiritual journey, that would not slow him or this Spiritual Soul channel down at all. And like I said at first, this channel did originally just start off as a self-improvement channel, but it quickly became so much more than that, because over time, So started posting videos getting deeper and deeper into spirituality. These videos range from things that was as simple as meditating to some of the craziest conspiracy theories you'll ever hear.
More than 1 million kids come up missing per year. What do y'all think happened to these kids? And every time people come up missing, the more and more people come up missing, the more they release more chicken sandwiches and shit. I'm noticing that.
And it became apparent that this channel was going down like a path of quote-unquote wokeness, instead of staying true to what the channel was originally meant to be, which was self-improvement. But So did stay very consistent on this channel all the way up until like the pandemic had happened, simply because YouTube had this policy where they didn't really allow people to talk about the pandemic. But So was posting a lot of videos during this time talking about everything that YouTube didn't allow him to talk about.
The coronavirus ain't going nowhere. It's here. The mask permanent. It's not going nowhere. I hope y'all ready for these mandatory testing. It's going to be mandatory for you to get tested, or you're not working. You're not catching no flights. You're not doing anything that you've been doing while Trump been in office.
Which led to him getting striked a lot and not being able to post for a set amount of time. And this is when he really began slowing down on YouTube altogether, because he didn't post on his main channel much at all anymore, and he wasn't able to post on his spiritual channel much. So it got to a point where fans would rarely begin to see SoLLUMINATI. And since the year 2022, SoLLUMINATI hasn't really been consistent on either one of his YouTube channels. But there's some variables to this that I'm sure we all can understand, because in the midst of all of this, about 2 years ago, ago, SoLLUMINATI did end up losing his brother, rest in peace God Triller. His brother was also a very popular YouTuber within the 2K community as well. He passed away back in September of 2022, and this was around the time that SoLLUMINATI really began becoming inconsistent on YouTube, but I'm sure we can all understand why, because he stated multiple times that he was definitely like going through a lot in his personal life, but he has returned to YouTube a few times since this whole tragedy happened. So over the years, if you've been a longtime fan of SoLLUMINATI, you've got to see all the ups and downs of his career, but I think that we all could agree that after meeting Ash back in 2018, SoLLUMINATI's content and career would never be the same. But at the end of the day, it does seem like SoLLUMINATI managed to become a better person from all of this. So in the end, I guess that's all that really matters, but that's just my personal opinion. You guys know that the only opinion that I care about is y'all's opinion. So let me know down below in the comments, what do you think about this whole situation? Do you think that Ash ruined SoLLUMINATI's career, or do you think this was all bound to happen anyway? Comment down below to let me know what you think about all of this. And while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 10,000 subscribers. Y'all been showing me so much love and support throughout this entire year, and I just want to say thank y'all, and let's keep this going throughout the end of the year. With all that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to give me a thumbs down. Any feedback is good feedback to me, and as always, I appreciate all of the love and support, and I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.